One path takes me from Bonnie's office to the research lab, and then off to storage. Safer entry, and I can help with the lab portion of the assignment. Well, safer in the sense you have to climb a building instead of walk past some guards. Still physically dangerous. Finally, if I want to bypass science and security entirely, I can take the long way around. Grapple up to Bonnie's office, then go through the management offices and into storage. I like how there's these 4 paths. Right now, going through the research laboratory seems like my best bet because security seems to be really risky. But the research laboratory we do have Dr. Mayhem to help us through. And we did get a good amount of intel in the research laboratory. We got some intel in the management office about the window, but that's kind of it. Grapple up Bonnie's office, then go through the management offices and into the storage. That'll be the quietest part of the building and the safest possible route. Kinda dull, but you know I like dull. I mean, why bother presenting the options? This one sounds perfect. Hang on, not that simple. I can't gain any heist advantages this way. I can't disable alarms or subvert security, and the badge I have is all I get. If I do get caught on this route, I'm boned. It's not exactly an easy entrance or exit, and there's very little flexibility. So, that's what's on the table. 4 routes, each with strengths and weaknesses. So we got intel about the window in Bonnie's room. We also have intel on the lab research area. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Bonnie's room part. Plus, if Bonnie is in her room for whatever reason, maybe I can appeal to her, or maybe I'll just try to bypass her entirely. We did get a good amount from the... Well, we'll see. So, that's what's on the table. 4 routes, each with strengths and weaknesses. As for which I'm going to take, lobby to security, you'll have to be sneaky and clever, but lets you shut down the building systems. Lobby to labs, be sneaky and be careful, taking cover and remaining out of sight. C-suite to labs. Take the least obvious route with good cover and a quiet entrance. C-suite to offices. It's the safest route and you've done enough prep work. I don't know if I've done enough prep work. C-suite to labs. Take the least obvious route with good cover and a quiet entrance. Be sneaky and be careful, taking cover and remaining out of sight. I'm feeling C-suite to labs. Take the least obvious route with good cover and a quiet entrance. This is my knee-jerk, because we got some intel. Although we could have gotten intel. No, we didn't really get intel. I don't think we could have gotten intel from Bonnie's room. We could have just gotten the lollipop badge. C-suite to labs. Take the least obvious route with good cover. Let's take the road less traveled, up and through. I grapple to the office floor, but delve deep into the labs. Labs are my jam. I say go for it. Okay, trust your judgment on this one. And once you get back, I'll start folding some jeans and push my cancer research forward. After a good night's sleep, you mean? Right, after some sleep. Meanwhile, I'll keep the line open if you need anything. Okay, guess this is what we're gonna do. Hope I made the right choice based on what we didn't get. Candy from a baby, the heist. Fortuna Nutrichemical looks almost peaceful at night. Oh, it's still pumping massive amounts of climate-destroying chemicals into the air. But at least most of the lights are off. Only a few cars in the parking lot. I shouldn't run into too many late workers. Oh, I should explain something before we start heisting. See the crime rating up in the corner? The crime app is going to start evaluating me during the caper. Starts at 0, but I'll gain stars as we progress and do things either really clean or really awesome. I bet I can unlock some cool loot if I get 5 stars, or a consolation prize if I earn 0. But honestly, don't worry about it. Any caper you walk away from is a good one. Demanding perfection each time isn't any fun. Got it? We good? Okay, onward. Gibson peeks out of my backpack as I size up the task ahead of us. Are you sure we are up to this one, Penny? I would have liked to get my paws on their security systems before we made our attempt. Come on, Gib, we've done more with less in the past. Did Gib actually, like, hack my cookie badge to become a lollipop badge? Didn't say he did. Yeah, but you don't even have a high clearance badge. We're doing more with way less. You trust my skills, and I trust yours. We've got everything we need. Okay, whiskers crossed then. I'll pull out my mother's grappling gun, carefully aiming for the roof. Aim and timing are key. The roof is absolutely lousy with vents pumping toxic chemicals into the air. I'd love to get straight into the office block, saving me some steps, but my brief stint opening a window there proved that a non-starter. Bonnie's private office is on the corner, the farthest point from the gas, giving me some protection, but the faster I get in, the better. I zip the magnetic hookup, neatly gnarling around the corner of the building. Then take a deep breath and winch myself up. I work quickly, slapping a glass cutter into place, twisting the sharpened tip into a neat circle. Glass is thicker than I thought it'd be. I should have expected that after cracking a window slightly knocked a guy out. Hold on, not long, just gotta get inside. Faster, scrape faster, dang you, running out of breath, everything's getting darker. Got it. Good. I reach through the holes in the glass, undo the latch, yank the window up, swing in, and slam it closed again. Then, stuff one of Bonnie's dolls into the hole to seal it up. Smart. That was a wee bit too close for comfort. But I'm in, and as predicted, no Bonnie. We're good. Except for the fact that someone is clearly in the office next door to this one. To someone specifically, very aggressively agreeing with each other while moving furniture around. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get it. People forking. Kind of ashamed I didn't recognize the melodious sounds of copulation right away. This would be the two-pump chump that Bonnie mentioned, Susan and the CFO. Wonderful. Just forking wonderful. Well, now what? If I want to get out of this office, I need to walk out in full sight of his open doorway. I can't afford to lose time. If anyone spots the broken window, they'll know someone's up here. You're right, we can't wait around. Gotta get moving. Just dash through as quietly as possible. Just wait for them to finish up. He won't be long. He did say he won't be long. Call his office line to distract him, or better yet, something that'll send him running. Yeah, call his office line to distract him, or better yet, something that'll send him running. Psst, Gibson, can you anonymously ring his phone line? Set up a distraction. Sure, what kind of distraction? Surprise me. Have some fun with it. After a bit of work looking up his extension in the company directory, Gibson's visor flicks back and forth as he makes the call. Dang it. Just let it go to voicemail. Hello, kinda busy here. This is Detective Garfield, private investigator. If you don't want me sending these photos to your wife, I'll happily take a bribe. Oh, fork. Nice, I got it. Sweet work, Gib. Your acting's improving. While the executive fumbles with his phone, we slip right on by undetected. Gibson can finish up the brief call while I continue onward. Nice. And finally we arrive at, why are all the lights on? Why are all the lights on? Why are all the machines going whir and clank and ping? Nobody should be working right now. Drat, there's a small team of scientists spread out throughout the room. Can't believe I'm working here this late because a train derailed. It'll only poison maybe 10% of that town. Who cares? We could have settled out of court. Jeez, these people. Let's just finish synthesizing the antidote, and then we can all go home. Heads down and keep working. If they spot me while I'm crossing this expansive lab, or if I touch the wrong thing and get poisoned, well, I'm hosed. I could go back considering I passed through the prior area nice and clean, but that also ramps up the risk of being caught. Better to find a way forward than to double the traversal time of this caper. I stay tucked away behind a workstation, pondering my options. Oh, hang on, I can call Isaac in on this. I tap my comms to establish the link and whisper quietly across the airwaves. Yes, whisper sweet nothings to Dr. Mayhem. Gibson's giving me an audio video feed right now from your location. You need a way past those guys, right? I guess I should be happy they're even making an attempt at cleaning up their mess, given how many companies don't bother. But righteous indignation later. Science help now. What do I do here? Okay, so don't try to go up and over. The ventilation here looks like shirt, and a lot of fumes limbering by the ceiling. We already found that out. Yeah, Bonnie confirmed that for me earlier. Also said they deliberately mixed up safety signs and hazard signs. I was about to say, those green containers don't look particularly safe. Green does not mean go in this scenario. I hate to say it, but I think your best bet is to cause a situation. Don't risk wandering around in here. Just distract and run. What's this? Dr. Mayhem is advising... Mayhem? Controlled mayhem? Scientific mayhem? Anyway, good luck. Hopefully you know what to do to make this work. Of course, I could risk doing a little stealth action sneakery instead of a distraction play, while avoiding the green stuff. But if Dr. Mayhem is the expert and wants us to do distraction, his distraction is what we'll do. What do you think? Duck and weave between cover, groom carefully without being noticed. Cause a distraction to draw their attention away from you, then make a dash for the door. Yeah, I'm gonna trust in the good doctor. I just need something I can toss across the room, and that'll be enough to get me where I need to be. So with a shrug, I grab an empty glass flask, judge my throwing arc, and let the thing fly. It works. The small team of scientists look up as the flask shatters against a distant table, and immediately causes a roaring green flame to burst into existence as it triggers some sort of science problem. Fork! Extinguishers, now! I believe that's my cue to run. While they're busy putting out the fire, I'm sprinting across the room like a bullet train, headed right for the security gate. What the heck was that? Spontaneous combustion? I could have been his dentist, but no. Mom said real money was in biochemistry. Okay, one of you flip the sign to 0 days since our last accident, and then let's finish this job so we can leave. You know, normally causing a huge mess like that is a strike against me with the crime algorithm, but I got away with it. That's all that matters. Next up, beefy long security gate leading to material storage. Unfortunately, all I have is this nearly useless cookie badge. No gumdrops for me. But I have the next best thing, a hacker kitty. Fancy Feast, you're up. Get us through this door. I stick a cable from his implants against my cookie card, then slot it in the reader. Oh, wow. This is more complicated than I thought it'd be. Time's ticking, buddy. Can you get us in? Working on it. Working on it? Meow, we're in! Not quite as quick and clean as I'd like, but whatever, results matter. I feel like I could have gotten a star there, but I didn't. Oh well. And at long last we arrived at sensitive material storage. Ta-da! No guards in sight. Even better, not sure why the most important room in the building is basically empty, but fine by me. I'll take my time, stealthily moving to the center of the facility where the big chonkers are stored. Hang on. I see the crate with all the chocolate in it, but the elaborate, extremely lethal laser fence isn't active? Oh wait, the smoke machine Bonnie used to illuminate the beams isn't active. Without that, the lasers are invisible. So I pluck a smoke bomb from my backpack, take aim, and toss it at the crate. Yep, there it is. Still active, and actively deadly. Gibson peeks out of my bag looking dazzled. So many laser pointers. Must chase. Must chase. No, Gibson, that'll be your last. Settle down, Gib. These lasers pack a punch. Chase them and it's the last glowy dot you'll ever catch. Okay, I'll try to contain myself. Poor kitty. You do have a plan of how to get through these, right? Yeah, unplug the thing. Of course. I spot the incredibly overworked power strip everything's connected to, walk over to it, and yank the plug from the wall. You have got to be kidding me. That's it? The entire laser grid of doom was running off a $7 surge protector from Amazing.com? I'm thinking the company only set this junk up to keep Bonnie from throwing a tantrum. Not exactly their best work. I'm not sure if I should be relieved or insulted by the situation. I'll choose relief. Onward. With that settled, I stride right up to the crate and pop it open. Oh no, it's empty. Haha, no, it's actually packed with chocolate. Delicious, delicious chocolate. 6 bars worth of sugar and corporate secrecy. I scoop them up, dump them in my backpack, and get ready for a long hike back home. Stop right there, thief! Oh, great. I got you. Caught you red-handed. I knew you were a thief. Knew it. You're that new hire I was showing around the place, aren't you? Glad I kind of stayed on her good side. What the heck? How did you know? 'Cause I'm smart. You kept asking all sorts of questions about stuff and demanding to go get your badge. Yeah, but I didn't swipe your badge, sweetheart. Yes, like an employee would do. I tried to tell the security guys you were planning a heist, but they laughed at me. Said I was making it all up. Well, who's laughing now? I caught the mask. I'm a superhero. I caught you. Me. I did that. And now... Hey, don't you walk away while I'm gloating. Besides, you can't escape. Look where you're standing. Curious, I glance down. I see that I'm indeed standing on an X spot drawn on the floor in pink chalk. You've fallen right into my trap. Behold, the Zappinator. What? From the shadows, an enormous energy blaster the size of a horse descends, aimed directly at me. Surprised? I'm 11 billion steps ahead of you, thief. You thought you could take my chocolate and get away with it. I've got news for you. I've already won. All I have to do is push the button on this remote and energy coils will begin charging. Once completed, they will discharge, turning you into... I don't know what it'll turn you into, but I bet you won't like it one bit. So after you push the button, I get zapped. That's the process? Yep, and I'm gonna push it right about now. And I casually stepped out of the way before the beam fires. Hey, no fair! You moved! That's cheating! You're supposed to stand on the X! Oh, sorry, you want me to like... Yes, like that. Right there. Stand right there. And I push the button and... Oh, come on! You're not doing it right! Useless, Zappinator. Useless! But that doesn't matter. I still got kill saws and robots and attack drones and she mashes buttons on remote control, which probably does nothing whatsoever. What? Where are my kill saws and robots and attack drones? I think I get it. After making them install a Zappinator, you asked your security team to add even more stuff. And they said, sure, Bonnie, we'll get right on that. Didn't they? It's junk! It's all junk! It's useless junk! Okay, so while you're trying to figure out how death traps are supposed to work, I think I'm gonna, go. See you around, kid. No fair! No fair! You're taking my chocolate, you bully! You're a bad person. And I can't stop you, can I? I'm useless, too. Just like the Zappinator. And I pause after getting 2 steps towards freedom, turning back to see Bonnie in genuine tears. Now, this could be a trap. Could be a trap, but I'm taking the risk because it's the right thing to do. Because I don't want Penny to be a mask. I want her to be a hero. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's my company. I'm supposed to run the company. That's what Mom and Dad wanted me to do, but I can't do anything. I'm too little. And now you took my chocolate, and I can't do anything to stop you. I'm so useless. With a sigh, I walk back over to her. Have a seat, kid. Come on, take a load off, and let's talk. Gibson passes me a handkerchief from his padded nest. I've offered to Bonnie, who spectacularly honks her nose into it and wipes at her eyes. So, I'm gonna need your help with this one. I can't say I had a healthy childhood, so I'm not sure how to best help her through this. I mean, the fact that you also had a tragic, story with your parents is perfect. That's how you can connect. What do you suggest? Throw her security team under the bus. It's their job to protect this place, not her. She's not to blame. This is probably a terrible idea, but you can help her brainstorm up a better trap. What she needs right now is an emotional support cat. Fortunately, you have one of those. Support cat. I've got just the thing to help you feel better, Bonnie. An emotional support cat. A what? And on cue, Gibson peeks out. Strong security measures requires a solid blueprint, regular maintenance, and continuous upgrades to stay on top of modern techniques. I think you've got the basis for a good security system here. It just needs fine-tuning. The badging system is a start, but the gates are too easily hacked, and your staff needs more training to identify bad actors. But if you put your mind to it and do the research, I bet you could lock this place down tighter than Fort Knox. Gib, I meant you could cuddle with her a bit and get head pats and help her feel happy and stuff. I'm a digital apex predator, not a plush toy. Kitty! And she offers head pats anyway. But the burst of joy is short-lived. I don't know how to do any of those things. I can't make this place secure and stuff. I'm just a kid. I'm not a hero or even a corporate tycoon. I can play at those things, but I'm just a kid. Well, only one way I can think of to cheer her up now. Withdraw one of the big chonkers, unwrap it, and offer her the chocolate treat. For me? For you. It's yours, isn't it? You deserve to enjoy it. Forget about shareholder value and just, enjoy being a kid for a bit. She tentatively takes the bar and then nibbles it, and promptly takes a huge bite after. You like it? I like it! I shouldn't eat this. I should be a responsible company owner. But I don't really own the company, do I? Mom and Dad gave it to me in their will, but the company adopted me. The C-suite owns me, so they own the company. They do all the everythings. What am I supposed to do? I try to live up to what Mom and Dad wanted from me, but I can't do it. Nobody respects me. They know I'm just a kid. I was just a kid when my parents died too. You lost your parents too? Yeah, and expected me to carry on the family legacy after they were gone. We're kind of in the same boat, Bonnie. I mean, that's what I said. You both have a lot in common. This is how you connect. I'm Penny Larceny, of the Larceny crime family. I was told right from the beginning that I'd be a world-class thief. But that's a high expectation. Honestly, too high. I'm not even half the thief my mother was, and I'm trying my hardest. We're both struggling to live up to who they told us to be. But you know what? Bonnie can maintain her family legacy if she wants to. She can work patiently and quietly to take back her future. This company is an abusive shirthole, and once she turns 18, she needs to find her own path away from it. For now, it's enough to just be a kid. She can figure out what she wants to do later. Yeah, just be a kid. Yeah. For now, it's enough just to be a kid and find out what she wants to do later. You're a kid. You're right about that. And it's enough. And it's enough. It can be enough just to be a kid. Corporate tycoon, superhero, maybe. Or maybe something else. You can do anything, really. You've got years and years to figure it out. So don't feel rushed, okay? Don't feel pressured. One day you could run Fortuna Nutrichemical. Or you might not. Who knows? But I'm supposed to. It's too soon to decide who you're supposed to be. Just focus on schoolwork and having fun and being a kid. It's enough. Okay, need to cry? You're good. You're doing good? You're doing good. Okay, I can be a kid. It's not exactly an inspiring statement. Her mood isn't soaring with joy or anything, but it shuts down the waterworks. I call it a win. She's happy. I'm happy. We've both got big shoes to fill. Loved ones lost and family names to carry forward, and I need to be asking myself the same questions. Isaac would definitely say I should turn away from my family legacy, abandon a life of crime. Maybe I could do that. Maybe. I don't know. Until I know what I want for certain, I'm going to be the best mask I can be. So, with that said, may I please have your permission to take these chocolates? With all respect to you and your wishes, Miss Fortuna? Okay. You have my permission. Thank you for saying please. It's the magic word. If I own that chocolate, that means I can give it to a friend. And you're my friend now, so you can have it. Nice. It's good to have friends in high places. Obtained loot. Score. Thank you. That's very nice of you, Bonnie. Okay, I need to get going. Hopefully I gave you something to think about. Which is when security finally figures out that something fishy is going on and we are immediately surrounded. Step away from the brat and I put your hands up, criminal scum. And put your hands up, criminal scum. Well, fork. Gotta make an exit. How do I get out of this? But Bonnie grabs a smoke bomb from my backpack, holding it high. Today, I'm a supervillain. And she hurls the bomb at her feet, resulting in a huge cloud that allows me to grapple gun my way out of there. You know what? The kid's alright. Alright, I only got 3 out of 5, which is kind of the worst that I've gotten so far, because normally I at least get a 4, but it's okay. And according to the financial news, the board voted 9-3 in favor of grounding with no video games or cartoons for a week. Bonnie was reported to say, worth it. I like that kid. She's messed up, but we're all a bit messed up, aren't we? And she gave me these fine chocolates, which I shall now gift to you. Forget the candy, I just want the wrappers. You can keep the snacks. Be sure to brush your teeth after. Yes, Daddy. He checks the wrappers one by one until he finds the genetic algorithm he's looking for. Pay dirt, exactly what the doctor ordered. Me, exactly what I ordered. I'm the doctor in this scenario. Right. This is gonna push my research further than before. I've got to thank you for that, Penny. Good work. I think we're off to a good start. It's nice having a master work with that to work with that understands my ambitions. Soon this world will realize the error it made in turning its back on me. Meaning world domination and making fools pay for crossing you? Of course not. I meant... Relax, dude. I know what you mean, and I'm good with doing good. Oh, right. I still do have your crimer payout. Hang on a minute. We both take out our phones to confirm the transaction. Total payday, minus service fee, minus convenience fee, minus overhead costs, minus finder's fee, service charge, yada yada. What the? That's all I earned after all my hard work? Crimer took nearly 58%. Hey, I did a pretty darn good job on that caper. Why aren't you giving me more than that? It's not up to me. Crimer picks your pocket and mine. The service fees I have to pay to work with you are ridiculous. This is barely enough to cover Gibson's medical bills. I know a doctor who can help you. One who won't charge an arm and a leg. I'll make some calls. Look, maybe you can't get stinking rich off Crimer, but keep working with me and I'll see what the under-the-table benefits... Under the tables? And bonuses I can wrangle. Maybe we can do some exercise just like, what's his name, and the secretary. We'll figure something out, okay? So I can expect more contracts from you and Crimer? Sure, works for me. I'm liking this guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I could see us making this a long-term thing. I hope so. I hope so. What do you think? Definitely a good friend to have, and we'll work well together. A nice smile doesn't make up for his bad prospects and anger issues. You're really into him, aren't you? I am in favor of you two becoming an item. Maybe not husband material, but a casual fling could be fun. You're really into him, aren't you? I'm in favor of you two becoming an item. It's been a long time since I met someone with genuine compassion for humanity. He's rough around the edges, but with a strong heart. That's something I want in my life. I'd love to work with you more, Isaac. I think you're a good person, and that's rare. And I hope you can see me as a good person in time, too. Ooh, courtship again. I can already see it, Penny, and I'd love to see you again. Call me? You kinda need to call me. That's how the app works. Oh, right. Well, I'll call you then. Have a pleasant evening, Penny. Long day, long night, but a productive caper, all in all. Can't wait to see what comes next. Nice. Nice. Caper complete. I got 3. It's okay. Rating? Good. Good. Candy from a baby caper complete with a 3-star rating. Do you want to save before continuing on to the second caper? Yes. Okay. Dr. Mayhem came through. He directed us to Dr. Schumann, a terrific veterinarian, and one who doesn't care about capes or masks. Gibson's getting civilian medicine, not mad science, no worries about sketchy nonsense. So yeah, Gibson's gonna be fine. He has to be. It's okay. Let's see. I warn, no shame in avoiding any triggers. That particular story is a bit heavy, I'll warn. No shame in avoiding any triggers you have for threats. Up to you. I was there for those events, you can skip the tale. Yeah, I ended up in that institute because they thought you were a delusion of mine. They didn't know about the continuum serum. Gibson, who could see you, found me on the rooftop and convinced me to embrace my life again. We don't have to go into the details. Choose your boss. Let's keep going with Dr. Mayhem. We are hopelessly devoted to him in this round. So we already did this. This one we did not. So, because we want to do this, this is going to be with the Overmistress. And we're going to do the monumental portion. So let's do line goes up. Swipes computer hardware from our cryptocurrency tech bro. Tech bro. Line goes up. One short jaunt across town and I'm at the basement lair of Dr. Mayhem, notorious mad scientist, who is busy smashing stuff when I arrive. He's shattering glass bottles, thankfully not full of glowing liquids and poisons, hurling them against a wall in the corner. And fork this beaker, and fork this Erlenmeyer flask, and fork this, I don't even know what that scientific name is for it. Okay, why are we destroying things? Again? He whirls in place to face me, lips in grimace, flask in hand, ready to throw. But forces himself to pause, to set it aside instead, then slump against the lab bench in defeat. Because it's shirt. It was all shirt. I ordered a full set of lab glassware and every single piece of it arrived cracked or flawed.